guys, welcome back. More news coming out of the world of indie books for you guys. Now, I've read this, and I'm not sure if anybody else has read it, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that like horror comics. You like horror comics. And if you do, have you ever read The Wytches? Have you ever read Wytches by Snyder and artwork by Jock? If you have, it was a 6-part miniseries that Snyder wrote. It felt like an homage to a lot of great stories that Stephen King wrote, taking place in New England. It was really good. It was very interesting and kind of it was creepy at times. Well, and for everybody who doesn't know, this came out. I believe it came out late 2000s. But Snyder wrote it for Image Comics. It was very, very interesting. Amazon has ordered episodes. According to Variety, Amazon orders an animated series adaptation of Wytches. Now, again, another Image property being turned animated. Smart, not stupid, not dumb, smart. Sometimes, why you can do more with animation than just pushing it out as a movie or so. Don't get me wrong. I think the Wytches could have made a really good mini-series, live-action TV special or so as well. And I've always liked Scott Snyder's more of his work outside of DC. I really liked his work outside of DC, like he's done his image is Noctera. I like that series. That's a series that he writes. There's another series, We Have Demons, with him and Capelli back together. A lot of his work outside of DC is also really good. Wytches was another one. Now, like I said, if you never read Wytches, it's basically about a girl, about a 17-year-old girl. Her name is Sailor Rooks. It's about the family. They're called the Rooks, and they moved to a small town in New Hampshire. Sailor is, I believe she was 17 in the story. I believe her name is Sailor. 17, and they move into this really very isolated town, and it's very remote. It's like, and their whole area is surrounded by woods. They're in New Hampshire, and basically Sailor starts realizing that there's something in the woods, and Scott Snyder puts a different twist on the tale of Wytches, which I really thought was really cool. And the best way to describe it in a sense is, I can't remember when The Witch came out. That's kind of how you can kind of portray it as. Sailor sees that the forest, the woods aren't safe. There's an ancient creature out there that is hungry and it's on the hunt. So that's what this story is basically about. That being said, I'm all for this. I'm all for pushing independent works that were written by greats in animated form or so. Great streaming services picking it up and ordering it and like, hey, we want that. Let's do that. I will hope they do that with more stories. I can do a whole list of stories I would love to see streaming services pick up and order, whether it's an animated series or so. But yeah, Wytches is being ordered by Amazon for an animated series. If you've never read it, I do recommend it. It is very, very interesting. It has a lot of just homage to the great Stephen King. Like as you know, Stephen King is from New England, and a lot of his work took place in New England. Same thing with this. This just takes place in New Hampshire. So it's really cool. And Snyder did a good job. It felt the series felt very short, and it felt like there was more to it. I don't know if he did more. I know that the trade is out, and it's only 6 issues, but it felt a little bit like there was more to be done. Who knows? But yeah, you guys tell me in the comment section below, what do you think about this news? Do you like it? Have you ever read Wytches? Have you ever read Wytches? And if you're trying to figure out how to spell it, it's spelled Wythes. And the artwork is very creepy. Jock, who does the artwork, he gives it a creepy vibe. And I remember the first panel where you see Sailor, the main character, actually see the witch in the trees. Freaking scary. Like, it's just it's dreadful. But outside of that, guys, you guys tell me what you think. Tell me, what do you think? Should we see more stuff like this? Just give me your opinion. I'd like to hear it. Your thoughts, my fellow geeks. And with that being said, deuces.